buying Starbucks relatively early in the morning, 93.26, 93.25s, I'm buying at 24s, buying at 23s. I'm spreading my orders out. I like to buy a range or a zone. All right. I'm even up here a little bit buying a little on the high side up here. Um, at 38, buying a little at 38 as it's starting to go, but then it starts to back down, as you can see. So as it's backing down, I'm picking some up at 29. That I noticed that there's a real sudden drop here, so I back off from buying at 29, as you can see. And because I believe that it's going to go much lower, where I can pick up some really nice size down at the 16s. So now I'm buying it at 93.16, and I'm buying little pieces at a time, gradually building the position, all right, over a specific price range. The general price range is about 15 to 20 cents, right? So I'm buying at 93.15, 16s. I'm buying at 93.13s, 93. Now we're going back up, as you can see. From 93.13s, we're going back up to the 17s. I'm buying at 17s. I'm bidding for some at 15s. I get filled at 15s again, some at 14s. All right, now it pops up very nicely. I'm still buying in the low 20s here. I'm buying at the 93.20s, 93.24, 93.22s. All right, now we pop up here. I'm starting to get, now remember, I picked up some as low as 13s and 14s and 12s and 15s and 16s. We pop back up here to 36. Now I'm starting to unload. All right, if you can see. Now look at my P&L. All right, my P&L will start to change as I start to come out of this position. We're at 848, 848, 848. Okay, now I'm going up to 854, 860, 867, 873 because I'm unloading some, but only small amounts right now, very small. As you can see, it's just inching my P&L up a little bit here. All right, as I shave some off the table. All right. Now we dip back down from 36 back into the low 20s. I start buying again. So I sold some at 36. Now I'm picking those shares back up at the 20s. I like 20s and below for Starbucks. I liked it today. That's a very, very nice zone to pick up shares. So I'm buying at 20s, 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 22, 22, 21s. I'm buying at 21s, 21s, 20s, 20s, 20s. More 20s. All right. Now we pop back up to 35s. I start selling in the mid 30s again. Look at this buy as low as 19 here on this dip. And now I'm selling at 93.35s. I don't need much because I'm playing size. Now I'm selling at 35s, 35s. Look at my P&L now start to go up from 86.97. Now I'm at 901, 909, 916, 924, 931, 939. By breaking my orders up like this, I increase my ability to get filled. I also can paint the tape a little bit when I want to. Sometimes the orders are hidden, sometimes they're not hidden when I don't want them to be hidden. Sometimes I'm using multiple routes, sometimes I'm using one route. All right, but now my P&L, I'm getting hit off on 36s, 35s, 36s, 36s. I'm selling at 36s, 35s. Look at my P&L rise. All right, my P&L's in the low thousands now. I'm still selling at 93.60s. 93.36s, 93.36s, 93.37s. See the 93.37s. Each cell increases my realized P&L. All right, look at the time here. It's about 1:01, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. All right, I'm getting off at 93.37s, 93.37s. 93.37s, peeling off at 93.37s. My P&L is now up to in the 1700 range. 93.37s, 36s. All right, I see a lot of resistance in this 90, so I keep shelling out. I shell some out at 36, then it goes to 37. I shell some out at 37, and my orders, how I'm getting filled I'm filled gives me a great feeling as to whether or not there's resistance there. If my orders hang longer than they should hang, I know there's reluctance there, there's resistance. So I keep shelling out at 36.37, 36.37, 36.37, 36.36, 37s, 37s. I'm now in the P&L in the 2000s. But as you can see, there's a lot of resistance, and I'm part of that resistance too, because I keep shelling out my supply at this 36.37 level. Every time my orders get wiped out at 36.37, I wait for a few seconds. If it doesn't blast off from there, I'll put another block out there at 36.37. When that block gets filled, I'll wait for a few seconds to see if now, once my supply is gone, it skips to 40s. And if it doesn't after a few seconds, I'll throw another block out there at 36.37. All right, I'm getting filled at 37s. Now my P&L is up to 2,100. 37s, 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 39s. Here come my 39s. All right. Now my P&L is up to 2,300. I'm getting off at 39s, 39s, back to 37s, back to 37s, 38s, and then 36s and 37s again. Actually, if you look very carefully here, I actually oversold and went short. Can you see that? That happens because I have a lot of orders outstanding. So sometimes if I go flat, before I cancel all of my other outstanding orders, I might have more orders to sell out there than I actually own. So once I go flat, if I don't cancel quick enough, if I don't cancel rapidly enough, some of those orders get filled before I can cancel them. I have a kill key that cancels, but it only takes a blink of a second. So I actually oversold by 400 shares and went short and had to actually cover. All right, but that was very inconsequential. And there we go. That's what I wanted to show you. All right, more videos to come. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. My idea with these videos is to really give you a good feel of how a trader pieces together a very, very fine trading day.